Hey everybody, I'm back again with another book review. This time, as you can tell from the title, the book is Styxx by Sherrilyn Kenyon. Um, I read it. I downloaded the audiobook from Audible, and I'm waiting on my collector's edition to come in the mail. That's how good this book is. Let me just start off by saying that. Let me continue by saying the book is by Sherrilyn Kenyon. Sherrilyn Kenyon's a superb author. But this by far is her absolute best book. Like no competition to anything else. And yes, it beats out Asheron. And Asheron was like one of the coolest books ever. And obviously it gives a great deal of background on the best character in the Dark Hunter series. And for this book, for Styxx, you don't need to have actually read Asheron to understand Styxx, which is really, really cool. And at the same time, it gives you a lot of backstory on Asheron too. All right, this video will have spoilers, so if you haven't read the book, I suggest you don't watch it because it is a really, 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 like I can't say that enough. It is a really good book that you shouldn't get spoiled on. It's especially if you're a lover of the Dark Hunter series. And for the non-spoiler stuff, let me give a brief little description. The book is about a ancient Greek general. Was he a general? Whatever. A guy named Styxx. He's born as a twin, and it tells his life. He's lived for over 11,000 years. It tells of his life in Didymos, which is a Greek city-state way back in what 94 something BC, 94,000 something BC, like 11,000 years ago, whatever. You can do the math. All right. The story is about Styxx and Bethany. Everybody in Sherrilyn Kenyon books gets a love interest, and Styxx shouldn't be any different. And we learn that despite the light he was painted in Asheron, Styxx is not the spoiled prince that everybody thought he was. He is not the monumental asshole that everyone that he was painted in. Like even me, like not just everybody else. Like Styxx was a douche, like a complete and total freaking douche. And this is the complete other side of the coin, and it's an incredible book. Um, for spoilers, there's going to be spoilers as I said before. But let me start off by saying Asheron's a dick. He is a complete asshole. And yes, I mean Asheron. I'm not talking about Archon or anybody else. Asheron. I know it's incredible. I know you're probably like, wait, what? No, blah, blah. But he is, and I think I can kind of understand why. Because obviously, having read Asheron, I know the pain he went through and the stuff he dealt with. But it was. Alright, I'm getting ahead of myself. Alright, something that I thought was really, really awesome in the book is in the beginning it tells more about Asheron and Styx's relationship when they were kids. And in Asheron, you don't really get that at all. You get from when he was born, like I think to almost immediately when he went to Atlantis. But in this, you find out that Styxx and Asheron were best friends. They were exactly how identical twins are when they're younger, at least some, I guess. Like there's a something there that mentioned them when they sleep. Like they were kept apart constantly, and when they sleep, they one would sneak into the other's room, and they would sleep with their backs facing each other, their backs pressed up against each other, and their feet touching. Like they're so completely connected, and it's really interesting. Something that I didn't think about while reading Asheron, but after having read this or listened to it, whatever, it's extremely obvious. It's made very, very obvious. Asheron was placed into Aura's body, as obviously a way to stop Archon from killing Asheron or Apostolos or Apostolos, depending on how you want to say it. And him being a god, there should be some side effects, and that's why he can still hear the voices of the Atlantean gods and all that. But you never think about it. Like twins share so much; they share complete and total DNA. Despite the fact that he's obviously not, Asheron and Sticks aren't actually brothers, they become brothers in this way. And what I mean by this, I know it's probably a little confusing, but what the point is I'm getting at is some of Asheron's god powers that were hidden from him had a little bit of fallout onto Styxx. Possibly. I have another thought that might erase that. But we didn't know this reading Asheron that Styxx can read minds. Styxx can read minds. He hears the Atlantean and Greek gods in his head, like Asheron does. And he's an empath. He can sense emotions and um, all kinds of things like that. He can even sense the future to an extent. And we didn't know that. And Asheron knew it, but after going through all that stuff, he ignored it. He completely didn't pay any attention to it. And, going through everything he went through, he developed his hatred. But in every Sherrilyn Kenyon book, the characters have a love interest. Styx's love interest is Bethany, a blind woman who sounds really, really incredibly awesome. And there's just so much that you didn't know that's really, really ridiculously crazy. It's kind of really awesome. But I don't want to go into too much detail about the book because it's the longest book Sherrilyn Kenyon has written, and it's probably one of the longest books I've ever read / listened to. The audiobook was 31 hours long, I think, and that's somebody reading it to you. I can't wait to actually get my copy in the mail so I can have my hard copy. But so a couple quick little points. This is very, very spoiler oriented, very, very spoilerish. If you want to know, click off. Don't listen. But Styxx doesn't know. We know throughout the entire book, because you're reading it from multiple perspectives a little bit. Styx's love interest, Bethany, is actually the goddess Betania, and actually, I can't even say her name. If you read it on the on Sherrilyn Kenyon's website, then you'll know. She's Betania. She's the Atlantean goddess of wrath, misery, and the hunt. And she's also, I can't even pronounce it. She's another goddess. She's half Atlantean, half Egyptian goddess, and she didn't know. And Styxx hated himself so much when he met her. He called himself Hector. He never even told her his name for like a really, really long time. And, it just kind of went on like that. Their entire love connection thing, like it was really, really cool and really like slow going and everything, and something that you didn't obviously know in Asheron that you find out in Styxx. Like I said earlier, they were best friends, like twins. They were twins. They were brothers. They loved each other. Everything. They used to say, "Brother always and forever." Like that was the way they, communicate to each other and stuff. And when Asheron was taken to Atlantis, like Styxx had the most difficult time with it, despite everybody think he was uber spoiled and like didn't really care. But he had a horrible time with it. He actually went to Atlantis to go and get him. Maybe I want to say like a year or two before Orissa did. And when he does, Asheron's so completely drugged up, doesn't know anything that's going on. He tried to save him, but Asheron was so terrified of Estes, he wouldn't leave. And like Styxx is trying to like drag him out, like, come on, we gotta go. I'm trying to get you out of here, blah blah blah. And he like wouldn't go, and then Estes caught Styxx. And yeah, well, I'm going to talk about this because something else happened before that's relevant to this. But Estes caught Styxx, and he in Atlantis. Atlantis was like, apparently Atlantis was way before its time. They had herbs that could alter your memory. They had crazy enhanced drugs, all that kind of stuff, like you kind of know from Asheron, but like it was ridiculous. So essentially, Estes kept Styxx for 6 weeks, branded him as a whore in 2 languages, put the silver balls and stuff on his tongue like he did with Asheron, and sold both of them for 6 weeks, and raped him and tortured him and all kinds of just gross, horrendous stuff. And before that, like the reason why Styxx had an inkling that Estes was doing those things is because before that, Estes and a whole bunch of Atlantean noble dignitaries or whatever came to Didymos and they wanted to make a man out of him. So they took him on a hunting trip, and when he was on a hunting trip, Estes gave Styxx some drugs, and they like gang raped him, and they had him out there for like 10 days raping him. It's so ridiculous. It kind of stresses me out to even think about it. I'm sitting here listening to the book like SD needs to be killed in the most merciless kind of way possible. Like his skin needs to be peeled off very slowly. Like he's like one of the worst fictional people in freaking existence. You also find out that Estes didn't die from a heart attack. Styxx actually killed him later on. Read the book to find out more about those details. And he killed him, which in my opinion, he killed him too gracefully. He should have killed him very slowly. And going all the way, there's so much. I don't even want to go into extreme detail about it, but it's incredible. As always, Sherrilyn Kenyon is a great author. This is honestly, like, hands down, guys, this is the best work she's done. Hands down. It's incredible to think from one side of the story you have Asheron and the other is Styxx. And I'm not certain, but Styxx may have had it worse. Actually, Styxx did kind of have it worse. Because even after Asheron got after Estes died and Asheron came back, and I mean, he worked at a stew for a while and he kept pouring himself or whatever. But he came back and despite all the tortures and the geldings, Styxx actually got it worse. Like, think of everything that Asheron went through, and I'm still saying that Styxx got it worse. If that's not enough for you to think about it and read the book, then like, come on, like, because they apparently back then, if they thought you were crazy, they tried to torture the demons out of you. And Styxx got Styxx felt everything that Asheron felt. Like, it kind of goes with his empathy. Like, when Asheron would get beat up, Styxx' nose would bleed. He'd feel every hit. Like, when Asheron was raped, he felt that, but he didn't know what he was feeling. He just felt constantly the pain. When Asheron got gelded, when he got fucking castrated, Styxx felt that. When how their lives are connected. When he got killed by Apollo, he felt that. He felt everything, and he cannot die unless Asheron dies. And he had it worse because on top of feeling everything that Asheron felt, he had his own tortures. Like, he was beaten, he was treated wrong. There's just so much, and this video is already way too long, and I don't want to keep going into it, but it's freaking crazy. It's really awesome. Tell me what you guys thought of the book, and what was your favorite parts. Mine was the whole I'm not even going to spoil it. The whole Urian Styxx relationship. Urian and Styxx are best friends for a very, very cool reason. And also, one really cool thing about Styxx is, actually, I guess this might whet your appetite if you haven't actually read it. But you find out that Styxx was supposed to be a Thonian. He was supposed to be the Atlantean Thonian. And that's the only reason why Asheron is the Thonian. Because when they were connected, like, the Asheron stole his I guess, Thonianism? Whatever. I don't know how it worked. That's why Ash is the only god-born Thonian, and Styxx was supposed to be a Thonian. That's why I think he can hear the gods and read minds and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not sure if that's some fallout from Ash's powers or a little bit of his Thonian powers that were supposed to come out, and that plays a decent part towards the end. And by the end of the book, because Sherrilyn Kenyon does like happy endings, they're like awesome brothers, and they're great uncles, and Ash has a second kid, and Styxx has kids, and it goes way deeper into how Apollo killed all the Atlantean gods. It goes into that because she kind of killed them, but she kind of didn't kill them. So yeah, all I'm gonna say is read the book. It's a really, really good book. Tell me what your favorite parts of it was, and whose story would you like to see next? Mine personally, I would love a Savitar book. Because Savitar has to be interesting, considering he was human and had no idea of anything like this. The Thonians and gods and all that stuff, probably. and he's pretty jaded. He's kind of jaded. Jaden's too, actually. Jaden's story. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna leave you guys with that. Leave a comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And I will see you next time. The next book I am going to review is The Fall of Five. It is the fourth book in the I Am Number 4 series by Pittacus Lore. I just finished that today. And I know I haven't done a review on the first 3 books, but I'm just going to jump in on this one. And if you saw the movie, don't judge the book series based off the movie because, man, they just didn't care. But yeah, alright, until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.